This is an example of another minority group when it comes to disability, and I'm specifically focusing on deaf people. And we'll be talking about LGBT issues. That means lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender. Sometimes there is a Q added to it for queer LGBTQ people. So we'll talk about deaf, gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender people and their double, triple, or multiple, and whatever identity. Similar to LGBT issues, deaf LGBT issues have been developing and also getting recognized by the majority of society in recent laws enabling deaf couples, gay couples to be married or adopt children and so on. However, the issue is that if 10% of people are deaf, and then out of that, how many people are LGBT? So there are so few LGBT people that it's very hard to find a partner. LGBT deaf people, that it's very hard to find a partner in the deaf community. So what they do is that they search internationally, or they find a hearing partner who will learn sign language for them. Here is a little chart that shows the signs for gay and lesbian in sign language, and also rainbow, central and rainbow, and teaches some signs to other people who might find a partner among the deaf. There's lots of resources for deaf LGBT people. They have been certainly growing. One website, deafqueer.org, has some resources for people who are deaf and queer. BBC also has a website called Ouch. There's a link to it, so you can explore that. For people who are LGBT in general, it's not specifically for people who are deaf and LGBT, but it's for LGBT people. There is a pretty good article titled "God Bless Text Messages" on this website, BBC Ouch. And there's also another article on being gay and disabled. Otherwise, there's really not that many resources for people who are LGBT and disabled. There's one online journal called Bent Voices, which is pretty much the only queer and crip magazine. There's a link to it, and you can scroll through the archives to find some interesting articles on disability and LGBT issues. Now, Raymond Luchak is one of the few people who is deaf and who is gay, and he put together two readers. They are titled Eyes of Desire. It is a deaf, gay, and lesbian reader, and he published already the second addition to it. And it has some really cool readings that I published some for you, copied some for you. Mostly narratives and mostly personal stories of people who are deaf and LGBT. So if you are interested in that topic, feel free to explore that. Another website that exists out there is deaflibrary.org, that also has lots of resources for deaf, gays, lesbians, and bisexual people. In the US, there is an organization called Rainbow Alliance of the Deaf, which is the National Deaf, Gay, and Lesbian Organization. There is also Deaf Queer Resource Center. In the Northwest, there is Northwest Deaf, Gay, and Lesbian Club. And typically at some universities, you can see not only disability organizations and not only LGBT organizations, but if there is some people, some representatives of people who are disabled and LGBT, then they might start their own branch of a local student organization. Now, when it comes to identities, in all those readings and resources and publications, you can notice one occurring theme, and that is that there is more than a deaf identity. Sometimes people have double or multiple identities. For example, as a deaf person, as a woman, as a lesbian, as a teacher, and so on. Now, to be LGBT and to be deaf or to be disabled means to be a minority within another minority, and to be oppressed by hearing people as well as some deaf people. Because many deaf people do not accept deaf LGBT individuals, which is similar to some hearing people oppressing those who identify as LGBT. Now I'm wondering if you know anyone who identifies as disabled and also gay or lesbian, bisexual, transgender, or queer. It is very hard for these people to be accepted, not only by the majority non-disabled society, but also by their own minority group, which in this case is the deaf people.